Hello and welcome back to my channel for as long as it's going to be here. I don't know yet. I got I'm being sued for uploading the movie, the public domain movie, The Night of the Living Dead, 1968, black and white. I've uploaded it for Halloween and I immediately, within days, I start seeing all these copyright claims, and then all of a sudden I got a copyright strike. Let me show you. You can see here that the video was taken down. I got a takedown notice, copyright infringement, takedown notice. And Night of the Living Dead, they're using, they say that the majority of my video down at the bottom here was their copyright. Now the strike was there, and I can remove it in 90 days. I mean, it'll expire if I take the class or whatever. Well, I didn't like this. I thought, well, wait a minute. This is a public domain movie, famously and indisputably a public domain movie. And it's all over the internet and on YouTube. Other people are using that and using the same source material that I used, the original black and white version, enhanced a little bit, but I put that up there, and so I reached out to the copyright claimant, or the claimant, via email and stated this and pointed them to the evidence that shows it's in the public domain and the Library of Congress showing that it's in the public domain. The original, the copyright for the original, no registration. And copyright registration for original black and white version, TEA's 46-101 was canceled because it was published pre-1978 without a copyright notice. I provided that, and nobody got back to me on it. I never received a response for 5 days, so I said, well, okay, well, I'm going to do a counterclaim dispute because this isn't right. Nobody owns the copyright to Night of the Living Dead, 1968, black and white, USA. And so I waited another 5 days after filing that dispute, and I got something in the email today. I'm being sued, or a court case has been filed against me to stop me from showing this, to sue for damages, saying that I don't understand copyright law and that they own the copyright. They didn't show any proof of that, but I have to prove that I have a copyright and that I abused YouTube's system, DMCA thing, because I'm not supposed to be illegally using or claiming public domain. Anyway, I'd gone to that website of the email address and checked it out, and it was one of these digital rights companies. That was part of what they did. They did a bunch of other services. And I went all over the website looking for something to prove, what they're saying. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I'm wrong, but I did more research, and no, I'm completely right. It's in the public domain. So the letter I got, and I can't show it to you because it's a legal thing, but the legal filing I got. It wasn't made in federal court. Here in the United States, it was filed in the Royal Courts of Justice, Strand, London. And this company, which I'm not going to mention as the claimant, coming after me and the particulars of the claim. This is a claim for copyright infringement under the Copyright Designs and Patents Act, 1988. The movie was made in 1968 in the United States and was released in the United States. It later was released in England, but that was much later. Much later. And so I don't see where they have the right to do this. Anyway, these people are in London, and it says the court had jurisdiction over this action as the claimant is based in the UK and the infringement has caused harm to the claimant within this jurisdiction. The defendant is based in the United States and operates a YouTube channel that infringes the claimant's rights. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they claim the claimant is the owner of the copyright in the film Night of the Living Dead 1968 work. The original is an original work of authorship protected under the Copyright Designs and Patent Act of 1988. On an unknown date. It shows what date I uploaded it. The defendant, without authorization, uploaded that work onto YouTube, onto my channel. And then, so they filed a DMCA takedown. Notice, with YouTube and resulting in the takedown. Anyway, they say I misunderstand copyright law. The defendants claim that the film is in the public domain is based on an incorrect understanding of copyright law and a bunch of other stuff. And I've misused the counter notification because it reflects a fundamental misunderstanding of the purpose of counter notification process. This process is intended for individuals who have clear legal rights, not for those who incorrectly assume public domain status, etc. I understand copyright law. I understand copyright law in the United States. I don't know anything about London, and as far as I can determine, Night of the Living Dead is also not protected by copyright or that 1988 protection. Anyway, they're claiming all this stuff. I have provided no legal documentation or valid proof of my right to distribute this, and the Library of Congress's records do not support their claim of ownership. I was never claiming ownership. Anyway, they're asking for an injunction restraining me from putting it up or distributing, an order to remove it from all platforms and all accounts everywhere in the world, even off YouTube, an order requiring YouTube to permanently terminate the defendant's channel due to the repeated submission of false claims and abuse of the DMCA process and to prevent further infringement. I only disputed one video after the takedown. I only made one dispute. It wasn't repeated. An order for YouTube to verify all my information so that they can be shared with law enforcement authorities for potential legal action. An award of damages to the claimant for the infringement of the copyright, an award of the claimant's costs, and such other relief. That's what these companies are doing against small channels. I don't see them going after the big boys, the ones that are showing it and even renting it. This movie, The Night of the Living Dead, their edited versions. I don't see them doing that. I wonder if this seems like retribution to me for having the gall to dispute their claim instead of just letting it disappear after 90 days. Now I have to wait for something in the mail from the court in London, which they don't have any jurisdiction over me. And I don't see how what these people are asking for. All they had to do was respond to my email to them, but they never did. And now I have to go through this. If I get something in the mail from the court, and I'll wait to see if I get it from London, here in Kentucky, I'm going to sit here, wait for something, and then I'll have to respond to it really within a certain amount of time, really quickly. I'm probably going to have to get a lawyer because I don't know how to respond to this. I don't see how these people can claim they have a copyright in England for a movie made in the United States and was released in the United States and is famously and provably in the public domain. In all the research that I did, and I did all my research before, I checked copyrights everywhere. Well, I checked to make sure there were no copyrights on any part of the film, sound or anything else. And so because they're going after me, they're trying to squash this and make a precedent, maybe, I don't know. But I'm a little channel, barely anybody visits me, and I'm just growing it. But I just put this up and had the gall to dispute this. So I'm probably going to have to get a lawyer once I get that, because I have no idea how to respond to this from another country, and I have no idea what the legal process is over there. I do know that this was filed in the Royal Courts of Justice before a Lord Justice and a Lady Justice. Huh? So that's where I am now. I don't think they're going to get away with being able to do this, but I may have to spend some money. I may have to get a lawyer. I can't afford a lawyer to fight something in another country. And if I want to sue them for my legal fees, if I win that case and get it thrown out, and I file it here, the court here has no jurisdiction over them. So this seemed to be retribution and other things. It's amazing. And fingers crossed I don't lose my channel over this. But these people, this company, you other people hosting public domain movies out there that you know are public domain, you may be getting hit from this company. Be careful, and I'll keep you updated if I can on what's happening. See you later.